The Zalthari War Council had seen thousands of species crumble before their plasma weapons. Their energy arsenal, seemingly endless, had conquered 63 star systems with almost no resistance. So when they first encountered humanity's kinetic firearms, Commander Vexter actually laughed. It was a grating, chittering sound that echoed through the captured mining colony. "Projectiles?" he hissed, his mandibles clicking in pure amusement. "You still use projectiles? How wonderfully primitive." Lieutenant Marcus Webb said nothing. He just checked his rifle, an old M4 variant that had seen better days, and settled in behind a makeshift barricade with his 3 remaining squad members. The Zalthari assumed this would be another easy win. After all, their plasma rifles never ran dry, pulling energy straight from the quantum batteries powering their armor. They could fire for hours on end. Humanity's weapons? They required physical ammunition, magazines that could be emptied, bullets that could be counted. It was, to the invaders, laughably inefficient. Your weapons are limited. Vexter broadcast across all frequencies, making sure every scattered human defender could hear his mockery. 30 rounds? 40? And then what? You throw rocks at us? What the Zalthari couldn't possibly understand was that humanity had built an entire military doctrine, a philosophy of war, around that very limitation. The first Zalthari assault squad advanced with arrogant confidence. 12 warriors, plasma rifles glowing, shields shimmering with protective force fields. This was routine. But for Webb's squad of 4, it was a test. 16 magazines between them. 480 rounds against an enemy that could shoot forever. The aliens rounded the corner, and Webb gave the signal. Every human military tradition, from the ancient spear to the modern rifle, emphasizes the same brutal truth. When ammunition is finite, every single shot must count. Humanity had spent centuries perfecting the art of making metal matter. The first burst was 3 rounds. Jensen's target dropped. Another burst, 4 rounds from Rodriguez, punched straight through a warrior's shield generator. Zalthari shields were designed to disperse energy, not to stop solid slugs traveling at supersonic speeds. O'Brien fired in controlled pairs. 2 shots, 1 target down. Webb added his own fire-short, precise bursts aimed at the thin joints in the alien armor. 12 seconds. 12 aliens down. 63 rounds expended. The Zalthari had unlimited ammunition. Humanity had something better. They had learned to make every bullet a killing blow. On his tactical feed, Commander Vexter watched in disbelief. His elite squad, veterans of galactic conquest, had been annihilated before they could even return effective fire. The humans had barely used a quarter of their limited supply. So, he sent in 2 squads, 24 warriors. But Webb's team had already relocated, using the facility's maintenance tunnels to set up a new ambush. They emerged at a choke point, forcing the Zalthari into a narrow kill zone. The aliens' plasma fire scorched the walls, but suppression fire only works if your enemy stays pinned. Human doctrine had solved that problem ages ago. Fire and maneuver. While 2 shooters provided covering fire, the other 2 repositioned. O'Brien emptied half a magazine 15 rounds and took down 5 aliens. Her weapon clicked empty. In under 2 seconds, she reloaded, a motion practiced 10,000 times until it was pure muscle memory. This Zalthari, who had never needed to reload anything, could only watch in confusion as she resumed firing without missing a beat. When the second assault ended, 48 aliens lay dead. Webb's squad still had half their ammunition. Vexter finally understood the horror of what he was witnessing. These humans hadn't just accepted their limitations. They had turned them into a strength, an art form. Every soldier was a precision instrument. Every trigger pull was deliberate. His own species had grown complacent with their infinite energy. They'd forgotten the discipline that scarcity demands. For the third assault, Vexter sent 50 warriors, backed by heavy weapons. Surely this would be enough. But Webb's squad had prepared the main processing chamber. A few well-placed explosives detonated, not to collapse the ceiling, but to break up the alien formation, creating isolated pockets of enemies. Then came the surgical elimination. One group at a time, 3-round bursts, aimed shots, controlled breathing, trigger discipline. When the dust settled, Vexter's remaining forces were in full retreat. The human squad had used 479 rounds. 1 bullet remained. Webb checked his magazine and looked at the single round left. In the human military, you always keep one back, just in case. As his ships fled the system, Vexter transmitted a priority warning. These humans, their weapons have limitations, yes. But they have transformed limitation into lethality we cannot match. Recommend immediate withdrawal. The message was logged and filed. But the Zalthari High Command, confident in their unlimited power, ignored it. That was their second mistake. Their first was laughing at humanity's bullets.